Most people pay $20, $30, even $100 a month to run automation tools like n8n. But what if you could run your own n8n server for about $7 per month on your own domain with unlimited workflows? And the best part, the setup is actually much easier than most people think. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to set up your own n8n server on a $7 per month VPS using Hostinger, even if you're a complete beginner. By the end of this video, you'll have your own n8n server fully running. Step 1. Buy a domain name. Visit a domain registrar. For an easy setup, we recommend to buy your domain from cloudflare.com, but you can buy it from any provider. Then, search for your desired domain name. Select an affordable option. TLDs, domain extensions like .org, can be cheaper than .com. Complete the domain purchase by providing contact information, address details, payment information. Once you have bought your domain successfully, this screen should appear with your domain name. Example, yourdomainname.com. Step 2. Set up a VPS on Hostinger. Now, just for watching this video, I'm going to give you a 20% discount on Hostinger so you can get your VPS even cheaper than it already is. So go to our website, themasterinai.com/deals, and choose a Hostinger VPS plan from the 3 options available based on your needs. The minimum plan required to host n8n on a VPS is the KVM2, but feel free to select a larger plan if you plan to host multiple apps or run extensive automations. Ensure you're purchasing one of the KVM VPS plans mentioned previously. Select the KVM2 plan or upgrade if you anticipate heavier usage. Choose your billing cycle. I suggest opting for the longest available term as it offers better value. Then finalize your purchase. Configure your setup by following Hostinger's guided setup. Choose a server location closest to you or to your target customers or audience. Select Coolify as your installation option. Do not choose anything else. Upon completion, you'll be taken to the VPS management interface. Copy or take note of your server's IP address. This will be essential for the following step, which is setting Coolify.
So once you have installed Coolify, you have here in your Hostinger panel, you click Manage Panel. So once you are here, you practically have already installed Coolify in your own VPS Hostinger. Here you will see that you have to register and do it as soon as possible because you don't want anybody else to do this for you and steal this. Once you have your password set up, put a password safe and maybe a difficult one. Then you just click on register and then you just if you want, you can press this get started and then go to this a little bit of explanation what is Coolify and so on, but otherwise you can just skip onboarding here. And then you will have now here Coolify, the menus and everything you can see here. So once you are here, you just go to settings, and here you will put your own domain. Remember, we bought in Cloudflare the domain. So here we will have to put our Coolify subdomain from our previously bought our domain here in Cloudflare. But before we do that, we have to configure the DNS records for this domain. So you will go here, make sure that you are in the right domain that you bought specifically for this setup. So in DNS records, here we will have to add a record. Click here in this blue button, add record. Then you will make sure that it's a record. Then you will write here Coolify. And then here, what you have to do is grab this own IP address that you got when you installed this Coolify in Hostinger. So you got your own IP address. This you need to put here. And then you will need just the number of your IP address. And then make sure this is proxy. Click here on save. Okay, now you have your Coolify set up. So after you have done this, you must configure the SSL, and then you want to make sure that this is not flexible but rather full. So we will change it here. So you want to make sure this is full in order to secure the protocol communication with Coolify, okay? Between your VPS and the Cloudflare. So you click here, then you save. And then check that here says full in your own domain in SSL. So once you are done here, you go back to your Coolify dashboard, and then you will make sure you put your Coolify subdomain, the one that we configure, which is going to be a subdomain. So we will put here HTTPS then Coolify dot your domain, whatever you bought. So make sure this is your domain and it is HTTPS. And then you will write here just the instance names. We can put Coolify. And after that, you just click on save. Then success, it's everything okay. So after doing this should propagate and you will be able to access to your own subdomain. So here you will put your email, the same one that you used previously when we did have a IP address. Now you can see that this site is secure. Connection is secure because we are using the SSL from Cloudflare. So here you will put your email, the same one that you use it Coolify when you used to have the IP address, which is not secure to have as an IP address access. So it's better to have a subdomain, your domain, and then you can log in Coolify. You have the option to add projects and you can install apps and everything whatever you want. So here we will proceed with the n8n installation. Think of projects as folders or directories where you have your stuff. You can have many projects and different applications set up. So here, once you click in new project, we will set up an n8n. So you just give it a name, continue. So to access your projects, you will click in projects, click here, and then you will find this project that we just created. Click here, and then you just click on this add new resource, and here you will see that you can install many apps or applications or whatever you want. You can have even your own WordPress website here, which I will do a tutorial also on how to, for example, have a WordPress website here or how to migrate it. So now you will search for n8n, and you will don't click here because this doesn't include databases. Click on this. Maybe you just change this to n8n with PostgreSQL. Just leave it like this, and then you click here on this button save. So in order to set up the subdomain to n8n, we will come back to Cloudflare, look for your domain, the one that you bought, and the same where you set up already the DNS for Coolify. Here you will add a new record, similar to what we did already for Coolify. You will add, then you will type n8n, then grab the same IP address you got, then click on save. So if you don't want to create a subdomain for each app that you create inside Coolify, then you will have to create a wildcard. So you enter a asterisk here, and this will create a wildcard. So whatever application you install in Coolify, it will point to your domain, and you will have to grab again your IP. Then you will have these three, and then you will go to Coolify. You go to servers, the local host where is Coolify running, and then here put your root domain. So only your root domain. So HTTPS. So whatever app you install in Coolify, whatever other application then you will just automatically have a subdomain. After you do this, then save, and just click here on save, okay, to server update. So after you do this, just check that the proxy is running here. I don't recommend you mess up with this because it's quite sensitive. Here, just check that the proxy is running, okay? If it's not running, then you will have to click in restart proxy, but otherwise just leave it as it is. So now to set up n8n in the subdomain that we put it here in Cloudflare, you will go to projects, n8n setup, the one that you create. Then you choose the service, the one that we added, and then you will go and check that you are in the configuration tab in general, and then go down and look for services. And here you click in this, and here you will change the subdomain that we have here. Make sure to set up to HTTPS, then n8n, and then you could change, then just make sure that this is HTTPS to use the SSL Secure protocol. Then you type n8n, your domain name, and then you will save. Okay, and this way you will be able to access your n8n through your subdomain n8n in your own domain. So after you configure your NA subdomain here, you just have to save this configuration, and then we have to make sure we deploy in order that the n8n application works. So go up and click here in this button, deploy, and this will practically deploy our n8n application. This is quite fast, so it shouldn't take longer than 3 minutes or maximum 5. Okay, so it has ended. Once you see this n8n is starting and then has started, then you click here and close this window here. Don't close the window before it says here started, okay? Click here, and then now you will see that here the n8n setup, it's running. If for you doesn't appear here running, you will just click here on refresh and then it will start. So once here says running, you have practically deployed an app and you can access it. And if everything you have done it right as this tutorial, you should be able to go to your n8n under your own subdomain, and you should be able to set up your passwords for enter n8n. So I'm going to use the same. My name, Lizbeth, last name, Siekkinen, and then I will create a new password. Then next. So once you are here, you can just customize your n8n, whatever describes your company. In my case, I'm going to put automation agency. My role is business owner. My team. So this step is quite important because this way you will get n8n free. You will just have to pay the Hostinger host, which we bought already. But that way you have just to automatically comes your email the same email that you set up in Coolify, and then you will click send me a free license key. So clicking this button, don't click skip. So send me a free license key, and it will send you to your email. Check your email to find the key. So you will go to your email. Yeah, so you will go to your Gmail or whatever email you put it. Then you will find this email from n8n, your free n8n license key. You open this and then just click activate license key in the email that you got from n8n. This will activate your license. Then once you click the button, then you will see this you are on the community edition, register it. Okay, so now you are done. You have your own n8n in your own domain, and you can just start doing your own automations. You see, it's totally working. Okay, this is for now. Happy automating.
And that's it. You now have your own n8n server running on your own domain. Once everything is set up, it pretty much just runs in the background without you having to think about it. In a future tutorial, I'll also show you how to safely update the whole setup without breaking any of your automations. And if you ever need to redo any of this, you can always come back to this video and follow the steps again. For those who'd prefer written instructions to go through at your own pace, I also put together a more detailed step-by-step PDF guide that covers the entire setup, including how to make things work if your domain is registered somewhere other than Cloudflare, plus some troubleshooting tips. You'll find it linked in the description if you want to check it out. Getting stuck during setup happens to everyone, so you're always welcome to join the Master in AI community for free. There are folks there building very similar setups and helping each other out. And if you happened to use my Hostinger referral link, thank you. It genuinely supports the channel and helps us keep creating tutorials like this one. And even if you didn't, you're still more than welcome to join. I'll also be answering questions in the community, so you can get some extra support there too. And for anyone who'd rather skip the setup entirely, this is also something I offer as a done-for-you service through my agency, where we set up the whole VPS and n8n server live with you. The link to book is in the description. But honestly, just following the steps in this video should get you everything up and running. It's more straightforward than it looks. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more tutorials like this one. And if you're wondering what you can actually do with setups like this, go watch this video right here, where Christian and I broke down the complete roadmap for becoming an AI consultant, no code required. It's the next video I'd recommend, and you'll also find it linked in the description. See you over there!